Hello and good day. I'd like to first take this opportunity and thank you for joining me back here on Payne Media. It's absolutely appreciated. Now we're starting to upload more frequently, so I'd urge you to hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified of more future uploads. So I was proposed another question, but this time by a close friend of mine. But this person has chosen to remain anonymous, so with respect to them, I'm going to do that. Now their question reads as followed. It's in regards to your theory about not making children hug or kiss family members if they're not comfortable, when they say goodbye, for instance, after a visit or something like that. Because it's their body, so if they don't want to hug or kiss their auntie or grandpa goodbye, they don't have to. However, children tend to throw tantrums and get angry when family are leaving, particularly when grandma goes home or no more video games, etc. So kids get angry and have nasty fits, at which time they're not going to want to hug or kiss anybody goodbye because they're in a shitty mood and they're being bitchy. Now, isn't that teaching our children to use their bodies as a weapon when they're angry? It's using their bodies as a reward system when they don't get their way or when they get their way. Now, this is a question that I've seen time and time again in the comment section, and finally I get to address this question, and I hope that it brings you some enlightenment. So in some regards, some may argue to say that in your child's mind, regardless of what they think, they must comply. In some instances, this can have a negative backfire or a positive one as well. Researchers have implied that forcing your child to show affection when they do not feel comfortable can possibly have a negative consequence. In regards to the term withholding affection, there are many intricacies surrounding why your child may reserve or withhold affection. Number 1, having had a bad day or been through a difficult situation. Much like adults, children suffer through difficult times as well. At times, situations may feel overwhelming and difficult to navigate through. For example, maybe there was a difficult situation that occurred in school with a classmate or something of the sort. Instead of trying to complicate the situation, you could offer words of affirmation, saying something like, "I can tell you've had a stressful day, and when you're ready to talk about it, I'm here for you." Reserving judgments and disappointments, as this could further complicate the situation. If you feel like your child has rejected you and you feel any sort of disappointment, try to place yourself in their shoes, and things will be seen so much more clear. Number 2, quite possibly your child could be upset with you and doesn't know how to express themselves properly. Children are learning at a very unequivocal rate. Maybe you haven't been paying the proper amount of preconceived time or attention with them. Feelings surrounding this can feel overwhelming, and by this point in your child's life, they're more likely to have experienced this sort of disappointment among their peers. Ask questions to get to the root of the problem in a direct manner. Exclude the right to be defensive, as this could quite possibly lead your child into what is called shutdown mode. After the situation has been dissected, attempt to join your child on their level. Now, this could be something like watching a television program together or reading to them, or doing an activity in which that they enjoy doing. Number 3, maybe your child is not a fan of PDA, also known as public displays of affection. I'm sure that you're a very involved parent and you relish in your child's success, but sometimes as children get older, they may feel a little bit more reserved. For example, if you're at your child's sporting event, you wouldn't rush out onto the field once they've scored a goal, give them a kiss on the cheek, and give them a hug. This may make them feel embarrassed among their peers. Instead, think of a personalized greeting that allows them to know that you are proud of them. Those are just a couple basic examples of how and why. If you're still unsure and you need more guidance, contacting a healthcare professional or a clinical psychologist is also a great option. One thing that I would also suggest is for people to use a popular search engine such as Google, but remember to keep fact-checking. Some information may apply to others, but not in your particular situation. Now, researchers have claimed that children who think that they need to comply with adults' requests of affection are more likely to be sexually abused. Inciting your child to show affection such as a hug or a kiss could possibly imply to them that they're not in control of their own body. For example, if a predator incites a child to do something that he or she is not comfortable with doing, they may feel obligated to comply to avoid negative consequences. Now, teaching your child that it's your body and you get to say no to things that you don't want to do ensures that they will be more likely to be able to say no in the event that someone asks them to do something that they're not comfortable with doing. The complexity of this topic can be quite frustrating for a lot of people, but when it comes down to it, it's up to us to teach them safe boundaries to help them grow up happy and healthy and safe. An alternative to making your child feel uncomfortable could be asking them, would you like to give your auntie a hug or a kiss goodbye, for example. If your child does not feel comfortable with affection, simply proposing a high five or something of the sort could be a great alternative. In no way, shape, or form should you enable your child from showing affection to you, yourself, or your family, but we should start paying more attention to the comfortability of our children. In regards to throwing tantrums about video games and such, possibly taking your child aside and having a conversation with them, or even simply just allowing them some time to cool down, and then you can come back and have a discussion about the situation and their behavior. Now, there's no one answer that will fit every situation, but I hope that this furthered the discussion and the thought process in your mind. Again, thank you for proposing this question to me and allowing me the opportunity to do some research. And like I said, always check with accredited professionals. And remember that not every answer fits every situation. It's always best to remain calm as much as possible. I want to thank you for watching this video. I look forward to bringing you more information in the future, and I hope that you're safe, happy, and everything's good. And until next time.